प्रोजेक्ट है जिसमें बड़ी संख्या में फ्लैट्स बनाए गए हैं। उसके अलावा कठपुतली कॉलोनी है, एटसेट्रा। मैं कुछ ही देर में आता हूं कि केंद्रीय सरकार ने क्या क्या किया है। जहां झुग्गी वहीं मकान की योजना में, पर उसके अलावा कभी कभी हम ये लोग भूल जाते हैं कि जो हमारी एग्जिस्टिंग ग्रुप हाउसिंग सोसाइटीज हैं, डीडीए कॉलोनीज हैं, ये डीडीए कॉलोनीज 1970s में बनाई गई थी। ग्रुप हाउसिंग सोसाइटीज कुछ उनके पहले भी हैं। उस समय एफएआर हुआ करता था 1.33, उसको बढ़ के ये बना 1.66 और आज ये 2 से भी ऊपर है। तो जो रिकंस्ट्रक्शन, रीडेवलपमेंट है इन कॉलोनीज का, ये भी काम साथ साथ चल रहा है और ये प्रोविजंस ऑलरेडी हमने मास्टर प्लान में डाले हुए हैं। दिल्ली की संख्या, दिल्ली की आबादी 2011 के सेंसस में 1.67 करोड़ मानी गई थी। मुझे लगता है, और मुझे लगता है आप सब सहमत होंगे, जब अगला सेंसस आएगा तो दिल्ली की आबादी 2 करोड़ से अधिक ही होगी। अब 2 करोड़ से अधिक आबादी में जो हमारी स्कीम्स हैं अभी जो लागू हैं, उसमें जहां झुग्गी वहां मकान, कुछ 10 लाख लाभार्थी होंगे इसके। हमने मैनिफेस्टो में भी फिगर दिया है कुछ, पर ओवरऑल ये फिगर 10 लाख के करीब होगा। जो अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनीज हैं उसमें भी अभी मैं डिटेल में जाता हूं, जिसमें पहले की जो राज्य सरकारें थी, कांग्रेस पार्टी की और आम आदमी पार्टी की, ये 2006 से मसला लटकता आ रहा है। इन्होंने 2021 में जब हमें कहा कि इनको और 2 साल चाहिए वो ग्राउंड सर्वेस करवाने के लिए, तब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने यह निर्णय किया कि अब बहुत हो गया, अब केंद्रीय सरकार इसको कर देगी। हमें उम्मीद है कि पीएम उदय, जो रेगुलराइजेशन ऑफ अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनीज है, इसमें करीब हमारे 50 लाख नागरिकों को बेनिफिट मिलेगा। और तीसरी योजना जो है लैंड पूलिंग, हमने लैंड पूलिंग हमने अभी शुरू की थी, मैं उसके भी आपको डिटेल्स बताने वाला हूं। उसमें शुरू में थोड़ी सी हमें समस्याओं का सामना करना पड़ा और हमारी असेसमेंट है इसमें 75 लाख लाभार्थी होंगे नागरिक। इन अदर वर्ड्स, अगर मिला लें 2 करोड़ की पॉपुलेशन में से 1 करोड़ 35 लाख दिल्ली के नागरिक इन रीडेवलपमेंट से बेनिफिट करेंगे। अब मैं आपको मैंने आपको ब्रॉड आउटलाइन दी, अब मैं थोड़ी डिटेल में आपको इन चीजों के बारे बाकी फिगर्स बताता हूं। दिल्ली का जो इतिहास है, मुझे नहीं लगता कि आई थिंक आई एम द ओल्डेस्ट पर्सन प्रेजेंट हियर। डॉक्टर साहब, आप तो उम्र में मेरे से काफी छोटे हैं। हाँ, बराबर नहीं होंगे, क्यों? अच्छा, एनीवे, मेरी टेल यू, मेरी पैदाइश 1952 में हुई थी। 1947 में दिल्ली की आबादी 7 लाख थी। जब मेरे पेरेंट्स के जनरेशन, फादर मदर आए, वो जो रेफ्यूजी आए, उस समय आबादी 7 लाख से उठ के 22 लाख हुई। लैंड एरिया तो उतना ही था। आज स्थिति यह है, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि 2011 के सेंसस के अनुसार दिल्ली की जो आबादी है 1.67 करोड़ थी, और उस स्टेटिस्टिक को हम लें तो दिल्ली इज द सेकंड लार्जेस्ट सिटी, सेकंड ओनली टू टोक्यो। पर जिस तरीके से हमारे यहां ऑटोनमस अर्बनाइजेशन हो रही है, 2040 के करीब हम 3 करोड़ के करीब होंगे। तो अब ये मान के चलिए आज की आबादी अगर हम 2 करोड़ मानते हैं 2022 की, तो अगले 20 साल में दिस लैंड एरिया विल हैव टू cater to a population of another 1 crore people. अब मास्टर प्लान जो हमने दिल्ली का बनाया है 2041 का, इसमें जो रीबिल्डिंग एनविसाज्ड है, मैं उसके बारे में थोड़ा बता दूं। देखिए, जब डीडीए कॉलोनीज बनी थी उस समय, अब मैं उन हाउसिंग कॉलोनीज की बात कर रहा हूं जो अर्ली 70s में बनी थी, हाउस खास, शेख सराय, मालविया नगर, मुनीरकार, राजेंद्र नगर। 1962 का जो प्लान था, जो इफेक्टिव था 1981 तक मुझे लगता है, उस समय एफएआर ग्रुप हाउसिंग सोसाइटी के लिए 133 था, 133। ये 2001 के प्लान में, जो 2021 के प्लान तक लागू था, इसको बढ़ा के रमेश जी 167 पे ले गए हम। आज ये एफएआर 200 है। तो मैं जब इन कॉलोनीज में लोगों के पास जाता हूं जिनकी 70s में अलॉटमेंट हुई, तो उनकी एक बड़ी जेन्युइन डिमांड है कि जब 1970s में उन्होंने एलआईजी का या एमआईजी का कोई फ्लैट लिया था, उस समय इनको पड़ा था 80,000 रुपए का एलआईजी और 1,10,000 रुपए का एमआईजी का। तो लैंड वैल्यूज चेंज हो गई है तब से। परिवार जो उस समय छोटे साइज थे, वो बताने लगे मुझे कि बच्चे बड़े हो गए हैं, और बच्चे अगर घर छोटा है तो बच्चों को घर से छोड़ के जाना पड़ा। तो हमने कहा कि आप एक चीज देखिए, ये तो हमने ऑलरेडी एंटिसिपेट किया हुआ था, इसलिए हमने इसकी रीडेवलपमेंट ऑलरेडी वी हैव प्रोवाइडेड फॉर इन द मास्टर प्लान। तो एक तरफ झुग्गी झोंपड़ी कॉलोनीज, उसके भी मैं आपको डिटेल बताता हूं। उसके बाद ये जो ग्रुप हाउसिंग और डीडीए कॉलोनीज की, इनकी रीडेवलपमेंट, और तीसरा लैंड पूलिंग। बट पहले मैं ये झुग्गी झोंपड़ी कॉलोनीज के बारे आपको कुछ डिटेल्स देना चाहता हूं। टोटल दिल्ली में हमने जो सर्वे किया था, इस समय 675 क्लस्टर्स हैं। इसमें से 376 क्लस्टर्स या 1,72,000 हाउसहोल्ड्स ये डीडीए और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट लैंड्स पे हैं। तो ये 376 क्लस्टर्स का, जहां झुग्गी वहीं मकान बनाना केंद्रीय सरकार की जिम्मेवारी है। इसमें से हमने 2010 क्लस्टर्स पे ऑलरेडी काम कंप्लीट कर लिया है। लोगों से फॉर्म्स 210 से फॉर्म्स भरवा लिए हैं डिजिटल मोड में। और आपके माध्यम से मैं बाकियों को यह रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, मान लीजिए इन 210 क्लस्टर्स में जो हमारे बहन भाई रहते हैं, किसी का अगर फॉर्म नहीं भरा हो तो ये आपके पास मौका है, आने वाले दिनों में एकदम अपना फॉर्म भरिए और अपना क्लेम दिखाइए। देखिए, पहले जब हम ये बात करते थे कि हम इन सिटू स्लम रिहैबिलिटेशन कर रहे हैं, ये हमारी प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना का एक वर्टिकल है, तो लोग कहते थे ये कागजी बात है, ये बातें करने वाली बात है। पर हकीकत ये है कि 2015 में जब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना की शुरुआत की, सेंटर ने ये पॉलिसी सब जगह लागू की, पर दिल्ली सरकार ने इसको इंप्लीमेंट ही नहीं किया। तो देखिए इसमें कितना फर्क है। ओवरऑल देश भर में आप शहरी और ग्रामीण इलाकों को मिला दें तो टोटल 3 करोड़ आवास सैंक्शन हो गए हैं। अर्बन के लिए मैं आपको बता दूं, डिमांड असेसमेंट जब की गई थी मेरे मंत्री बनने से पहले, जब माननीय वेंकैया जी इस मंत्रालय को देखते थे उपराष्ट्रपति बनने से पहले, तो डिमांड असेसमेंट के अनुसार उस समय कहा गया था कि 1 करोड़ आवास हमको बनाने होंगे। जब बाद में इसको डिमांड असेसमेंट दोबारा की गई तो कहा गया कि नहीं 1 करोड़ 12 लाख। आज मैं आपको बड़े गर्व से कह सकता हूं हमने 1 करोड़ 22 लाख ऑलरेडी सैंक्शन कर दिए हैं आवास, और इसमें 76 लाख से 80 लाख लाभार्थियों को ऑलरेडी मिल भी गए हैं। और ये सारा काम हुआ है महामारी के दौरान, ये लास्ट फेज है। तो बाकी जो क्लस्टर्स है, सर्वे वर्क ऑफ रिमेनिंग 166 क्लस्टर्स, ये हम खत्म कर देंगे मार्च 2023 तक।
Indian and US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the search and rescue operation drill.
The NIA has targeted the gangster network in North India as raids are being conducted by the agency in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, during his address at a public meeting for the party's campaign in Gujarat last evening, compared Prime Minister Modi with Ravan.
YS Sharmila, she was seated in a car. She wanted to drive till the CM's camp office, but she wasn't allowed. And then the police officials stored the vehicle. She was brought at the SR Nagar police station.
Taran district of Punjab. This was the second Pakistani drone that has been shot down by the border security force in past 24 hours in Punjab.
The Delhi police has filed a petition at the court getting this narco test done on December 1, and this has been accepted.
Sharmila is seated in the car. This is the very particular car. She is right behind me, and also as you can see, she is trying to stage protest here. In the meantime, we also see that police officials are not allowing her to move out from this place, and also at the same time there are vehicles which are put across just before her vehicle, and their police officials are asking her to get down because she does not have permission to go ahead. And also at the same time she has been questioning the government here in the state of Telangana.
NIA raids on gangster network across states in Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and Punjab. Multiple teams are part of the raids at various locations.
International Filmfare Festival that happened in Goa, where the statement from Nadav has clearly mentioned that a Kashmiri file is nothing but an propaganda.
Smriti Irani slams Rahul Gandhi, says he's marching with those who want to break India.
Battle which will decide the nation's political trajectory. Who will break their records and which faces will be the winners?
89 out of the 182 seats go to polls. Stay tuned to India's election news headquarters
as Gujarat goes to polls. Live coverage minute by minute
all day today on Republic.
A very good morning, viewers. You're watching Republic TV and I'm Shubhangi Shukla. We'll get to you all the top updates coming in this Wednesday morning. But first, the headlines we're tracking right now. AIIMS cyberattack case gets bigger. MHA Mulls handing over a probe to NIA as services still run manually for the 8th day. Delhi Liquorgate explodes liquor baron. Amit Arora is now placed under arrest as trouble mounts for Kejriwal and company. Maharashtra-Karnataka border row rages on, dispute now in top court. Despite attack and arrest, YSRTP chief hits out at the KCR government, tells Republic TV that she will continue her Padyatra. Showdown in William, now port intensifies. Congress hits out at Kerala government, says Chief Minister must change attitude. Mega showdown over CAA. DMK files affidavit in Apex Court, says CAA is against Tamilians and secularism. Viewers, we're getting some news from Karnataka right now, where pro-Hindu organizations have demanded for anti-love jihad bill to be introduced in the state during the winter session. Pro-Hindu organizations are going to protest from December 11 to 17 across the state. This is what we're getting right now. Remember, the winter session will be held in Belgavi from December 19. And pro-Hindu organizations have also launched a poster campaign against love jihad. All right, viewers, so this is a big breaking coming in right now, where there's a poster over love jihad bill. You can see the poster as well on your screen, where the Hindu groups have demanded an anti-love jihad bill to be introduced in the state during the winter session. The winter session will be held after December 19th. And pro-Hindu organizations have also launched a poster campaign against love jihad. Now, one of the posters that the pro-Hindu organizations have put up are on your screens. I'm being joined by Prajwal right now. Prajwal, take us through what the poster says and the developments in this story.
Shivangi, now mainly looking at this particular poster, it goes on and mentions that an innocent girl, Shraddha, was hacked into 35 pieces, and this was a part of the larger conspiracy of love jihad, and therefore now Hindu women, innocent and gullible Hindu women, are being targeted, and therefore the anti-love jihad bill has to be introduced in the upcoming winter session in Karnataka Assembly in Belgavi, is what these pro-Hindu organizations are claiming. They've also gone on to release a book in this particular regard, and now a massive poster campaign has been launched across the entire state of Karnataka. And this particular poster is coming in now from Puttur in Dakshina Kannada, and the pro-Hindu organizations are demanding that they will go on and intensify their agitation, and they will also be submitting memorandums to the DCs as well as the state authorities across the entire state of Karnataka from December 11 to 17 across all the districts in the state. They will also be reaching out to each and every village in Karnataka and will be moving on to taluks, and it will be a huge march which will be taken by the pro-Hindu organizations. And they have also said that if the government of Karnataka does not pass this bill, they will go on to intensify the protest, and they will also go on to Gerav the Suvarna Sauda in Belgavi as well. And they have stated that how many more innocent lives like Shraddha Walker will have to be lost if this anti-love jihad bill is not passed too. And this is coming at a time when the controversial anti-conversion bill was passed by the government of Karnataka in the month of September in the session which was held in Bengaluru recently. And on this backdrop now, pro-Hindu organizations are also demanding that the anti-love jihad bill should be introduced with immediate effect.
Right, Prajwal. I just want our viewers to have a listen to the soundbite. Let's play out the soundbite of the Karnataka spokesperson of the Hindu Janajagriti Samiti, what he had to say on this story.
आज पूरा भारत भर में लव जिहाद का घटना बढ़ रहा है। अब तक करके एक लव जिहादी श्रद्धा करके एक लड़की को 35 टुकड़ा करके उनको बर्बर हत्या कर दिया। इस प्रकार का घटना हर दिन हर जिला हमारा राज्य में भी बढ़ रहा है। आशा करके एक मंगलूर के लड़के आयशा बनकर टेररिस्ट बन गए। इसलिए पूरा राज्य भर में लव जिहाद का एक बड़ा कॉन्स्पिरेसी चल रहा है। हजारों हिंदू लड़कियां इस जाल में फंस गया है। इसलिए हिंदू जनजागृति समिति हिंदू लड़कियों को, हिंदू युवतियों को बचाने के लिए लव जिहाद के विरुद्ध बड़ा प्रमाण में अभियान करने का विचार किया है। इसलिए इस दिसंबर 11 से दिसंबर 17 तक पूरा राज्य भर में हर जिला में तालुक केंद्र में हम इस विषय पर जनजागृति आंदोलन करेंगे। कर्नाटक राज्य में लव जिहाद विरोधी कायदा कर्नाटक प्रशासन लाना चाहिए। जिस प्रकार उत्तर प्रदेश में एक लव जिहाद एक्ट है, एंटी लव जिहाद स्पेशल पुलिस फोर्स है, उसी प्रकार का एक पोस्ट कर्नाटक राज्य में होना चाहिए। इसके माध्यम से हिंदू महिलाओं को, हिंदू युवतियों को हम बचा सकते हैं। इसलिए इस बेळगावी विंटर सेशन में कर्नाटक राज्य सरकार इस लव जिहाद को कानून को लाना चाहिए।
All right, viewers, we heard that sound bite. Now let's go back to Prajwal. Prajwal, you know, a lot of strong statements coming from there, but also this development comes as a nationwide anti-conversion law to be enacted. So the big debate happening in the nation. Karnataka is in fact one of the states which already has a legislation in place on forced conversion as well. So this is, of course, a very, very a topic which is developing right now. Tell us a little bit more about how we can expect the developments to take place in the next few days now.
Now, we're looking at what the pro-Hindu organization...
Prajwal, I just want to go... Prajwal, hold on for a second. I'm being joined right now by Ramesh Shinde, national spokesperson of the Hindu Janajagriti Samiti. Thank you for speaking to us. In fact, we also played out the bite from one of the members as well from your organization, the spokesperson as well. Let's go ahead and hear from you. आप ये बोलिए कि आप क्यों चाहते हैं कि ये जो एंटी लव जिहाद बिल आए पार्लियामेंट में, और व्हाट डू यू एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट नाउ?
जी देखिए, वैसे भारत के यदि बारे में बात करेंगे तो वैसे इस देश में प्रेम के बारे में कभी किसी ने किसी को रोका नहीं है। लेकिन यदि इस दृष्टिकोण से कोई लव जिहाद चला रहा है और कोई जिहाद के नाम पर यदि उसका उपयोग करके किसी महिला का शोषण कर रहा है, कोई मुस्लिम हिंदू नाम लेकर के उसको वहां पर प्रेम के जाल में फंसा रहा है। हमारे सामने श्रद्धा वालकर का केस है और ऐसी घटनाएं तो रेगुलरली हो रही है। तो इसी के बारे में जो सरकार ने कहा है कि धर्म परिवर्तन करने के लिए सभी को अधिकार है, लेकिन आप किसी को फंसा करके किसी को कोई चीज के बारे में झूठ बता करके अभी आप उसका यदि शोषण कर रहे हैं, उनकी हत्या कर रहे हैं, तो ये तो अधिकार किसी को भी नहीं होना चाहिए इस देश में। और इसलिए इसके बारे में जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश के राज्य में एंटी लव जिहाद कानून बना, बाकी भी 4 राज्यों में, मध्य प्रदेश में बना, हरियाणा में बना, तो वैसे ये कानून यदि हम पूरे देश में देखेंगे तो बहुत सारे राज्यों में इसकी आवश्यकता है। केरला जैसे राज्य में तो इसकी बहुत बड़ी आवश्यकता है। अभी कल ही एक लड़की का वहां पर एक घटना जो सामने आ गई कि जहां पर वो मोबाइल रिचार्ज करती थी, वहां से उसको कैसे कन्वर्ट करने के लिए फोर्स किया गया। तो ये घटनाएं अब जितनी बड़ी मात्रा में सामने आ रही है, इनको रोकने के लिए एक सख्त कानून होने की आवश्यकता है जहां पर इसके बारे में उन लड़कियों को न्याय मिल सके। और इसी के लिए हम इस एंटी लव जिहाद कानून का समर्थन करते हैं। इसकी आज बहुत बड़ी एक आवश्यकता बन चुकी है।
ऑल राइट, ओके, हाँ, धन्यवाद आर शिंदे, Ramesh Shinde, National Spokesperson, Hindu Janajagriti Samiti, for joining us here. Thank you for joining us. Dhanyavad. So this is a very, very important development that we are getting for you viewers right now, where as like I was asking Prajwal as well and talking about it, that as the anti-conversion law is being discussed, a national one is being discussed, we're getting in news from Karnataka where pro-Hindu organizations have demanded an anti-love jihad bill to be introduced in the state during the winter session, and the pro-Hindu organizations will be protesting as well. We spoke to the spokesperson of the pro-Hindu organization as well, where they are saying that this is extremely important for them to make sure that this is discussed in the winter session. They were trying for that to happen when the winter session starts. All right, let's go ahead to the other big story we're tracking as well. A big lead coming in right now in the AIIMS hacking case. Now, AIIMS has now said, and they're asking for help from DRDO after the system was hacked. According to AIIMS, the institute will purchase 4 servers from DRDO for proper functioning of AIIMS. All AIIMS systems are running on manual mode from the 8th consecutive day now. The agencies have found that foreign IP address belonging to a neighboring country and are still looking at the fact whether or not the mirror servers were being used to give a fake location of the IP address. Furthermore, the link was sent on one of the websites which are normally used by the staff, and the staff clicked it. Now, the information which is coming in states that suspect an inside job as well. There could be an inside job in this case as well. In fact, my colleague Harsha has sent us this report on this top story. Let's play that out for our viewers.
7 a.m. on Wednesday, November 23, AIIMS first and primary backup servers were corrupted, and later it was found that it was a cyber attack and ransomware attack. Right now, I am outside AIIMS hospital, and it's been more than 1 week since the AIIMS system has not been restored. According to AIIMS administration, the e-hospital data has been restored and network is being sanitized before services could be fully restored. Now, as I am outside AIIMS hospital, the rush in the hospital has significantly increased since 1 week, because as online appointment is not working, patients are rushing directly to the AIIMS hospital for checkups, for OPD services, for blood reports, for several other appointments in the laboratories and other places, other departments in the hospital. Now, we have got to know that the AIIMS administration has increased additional staff, additional authorities have been deployed for full-time OPD services in AIIMS, as everything is being done manually, from doctor's appointment to sharing of reports to the inpatient, outpatient, everything in AIIMS is being done manually right now, as till now the data, the servers, the documentation has not been restored. And still, if we tell you that Delhi police officials along with the agencies NIA and IB is also working to know the depth, the deep beneath how this cyber attack and how this entire servers have been compromised, and what and who is exactly behind all this cyber attack. The investigation is being done, but right now, as we show you in the visuals, the rush in the hospital in AIIMS has certainly been increased because of not being taken online appointment, and because of everything being done manually. The reports, the appointments are not being taken from more than 1 week, and the patients are really stressful, as the rush can clearly be seen in the hospital.
All right, viewers, so this is the big leads we have been getting on the AIIMS cyber attack probe, and Harsha is getting us all the reports from ground. Harsha has also spoken to the patients there to understand how it affected them. Let's play that out for our viewers.
ये हैक होने की वजह से लाइन क्यों ज़्यादा बढ़ गया, तो अब मेरे जैसे लोगों, जो बुजुर्ग, मैं सीनियर सिटीजन हूँ, मेरा दोनों भी नी रिप्लेसमेंट हुआ है रिसेंटली, फिर भी मेरे को यहाँ डेंटल की वजह से यहाँ आना पड़ा। क्यों बोले तो मेरे को रेफर किए यहाँ किसी हॉस्पिटल में जाने के लिए।
एक बात जानना चाहेंगे, आप लोग अभी अंदर हैं, आप लोग अंदर से बाहर आ रहे हैं, आपने कहा लंबी लाइन लगी है इस वजह से, क्योंकि डिजिटल कुछ नहीं चल रहा, ऑनलाइन अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं हो रही है, लोग सीधा एम्स पहुंच रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं मिल रही है। लेकिन क्या डॉक्टरों की बात करें, क्या अंदर डॉक्टर अवेलेबल हैं, जल्दी से जल्दी मैनुअली देखा जा रहा है, या फिर मरीजों को बहुत समस्या आ रही है?
नहीं, समस्या तो बहुत आ रही है, वैसे मैनुअली कर रहे हैं, पर्ची सब मैनुअली करके दे रहे हैं, बहुत जल्दी से जल्दी होने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इतना भीड़ है कि हमें कम से कम 2 आवर्स ले रहा है एक पर्ची बनाने के लिए।
Before 2 hours, my dad reports come. Then my dad reports didn't come, and the doctor said to me, "Just go to that department, and he'll give you the report." When I went for the department, he said, "Okay, just wait for 15 minutes." Again, after 15 minutes, I go inside, and they said, "No, this is the only report, and you have to wait for again 15-20 minutes." So these are the things are getting delay.
So viewers, the servers are down for around 9 days now, and network is being sanitized before full services can be restored. And right now, AIIMS is seeking assistance from DRDO amid the cyber attack. And Harsha is on ground. She's getting us all the details on this developing story. And we will also keep you ahead on the AIIMS cyber attack probe, which is also happening simultaneously. Let's go ahead and see what else is making news from across India. A 5-month pregnant teacher was allegedly manhandled by a group of students in Assam's district of Dibrugarh after she informed the parents of one of the pupils about his poor academic performance and conducted it in the school. She was saved by some other women, teachers, school staffers and a few girl students from the mob attack of the boys.
What's happening in JNV Moran is in front of you. There is a student called Aryan Shandilya. While he was in 9th class, he indulged in ragging, abusing teachers, beating teachers, abusing girl students. The record speaks, and his mother is alleging that I'm lying. I came here just a few days ago. I joined here on 18th of November, but the records never lie. Aryan Shandilya is a proclaimed offender. फिर भी स्कूल प्रशासन ने उसको पढ़ने का मौका दे दिया, वो बार बार ऐसे ही किया। 27 की घटना के बारे में बात करूंगा तो मेरा सर जो है शर्म से झुक रहा है। मेरे ही एक स्टाफ मेंबर अंजू रानी जी जो कि पीजीटी हिस्ट्री हैं, वो 5 months प्रेग्नेंट है। आप सोचिए।
Speaking on the incident of firing in Assam, CM Himanta Biswa Sarma stated that he did not approve of police firing on civilians that should be resorted to only against terrorists and criminals. The Chief Minister further said that the governments were committed to securing the lives of people, that the vehicles were moving freely between Assam and Meghalaya. Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma stated that there had definitely been neglect on part of the Dibrugarh University in case of Anand Sharma, first semester university student, and the police will investigate whether the university authorities had attempted to cover up the incident. 6 casualties have been reported after a fire broke out due to short circuit in an inverter factory in the town in Firozabad in UP. At least 18 fire tenders were deployed at the site. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary sparks a row by stating that the implementation of CAA was for the politics, stating that if the law was passed, law would be dangerous to Hindus themselves.
ये सीए कानून 3 साल पहले पारित हो चुके हैं। अगर दम जिसके पास है वो चालू करा रहा हूं। ये तो सेंट्रल कानून है, ये सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेशन है, मोदी सरकार के पास ही है उनकी।
Supreme Court is scheduled to hear a decade-old Karnataka-Maharashtra border dispute with the case filed in the court in 2004. Meetings and discussions are being taken up by the administration of both the states as they resolve not to give up an inch of land between either of the states. 15 Bangladeshi nationals, including 8 men, 7 women and 1 child, were released from the Mathura district jail after completing their sentence. They were arrested for living illegally in India and holding fake ration cards. Viewers, getting some breaking news coming in, an update in the Dibrugarh University ragging case. 3 wardens of hostels have been relieved from their responsibilities till further notice. Earlier, they were called by the police yesterday to record their statement on the ragging incident. From the ragging incident, viewers, moreover, police arrested 1 person student allegedly involved in the ragging incident. Another student has been detained for interrogation. All right, viewers, so we are getting back-to-back updates at this point of time on the Assam ragging case. And like we just told you earlier as well, that the Himanta Biswa Sarma has himself said that this was neglect by the university. But the big news coming in at this point of time is that 3 wardens of the hostel have been relieved from their responsibilities till further notice. Earlier, they were called by the police yesterday to record their statements on the ragging incidents. Moreover, police arrested 1 more student allegedly involved in the ragging incident, and another student has been detained for interrogation in this case. So we're getting back-to-back updates at this point of time on this story where there was a case of ragging which has come out from Assam. It's definitely a horror story which had come off where the student was also critical, as well. The latest input is one more person has been arrested so far, viewers. So 3 wardens have been suspended so far. We're getting back-to-back updates. Let's go to Anirudh. Anirudh is joining us on the phone line. Anirudh, we are getting a big update right now, and the Assam ragging case is also very, very shocking. But we are seeing that some progress has been made when it comes to investigation. We are seeing that 3 wardens have been relieved from the responsibility.
Yes, in fact, after the cabinet took note of the entire developments in regards to the Liquorgate University incident, police also immediately swung into action yesterday, and 3 wardens of the Liquorgate University were called in for interrogation by the police. They were called for questioning, and after questioning of the 3 wardens.
Of all A, B and C block of the PNGB hostel of the Liquorgate University were let go by the police, and thereafter today early morning the Liquorgate University authorities have taken action against all the 3 wardens, and they have been temporarily relieved from their responsibilities till further notice. And we are getting to know that unless and until the investigation, the internal investigation as well as the police investigation and the ministerial inquiry which has been ordered by the police is not over, they will not be reinstated into their position. Meanwhile, we are also getting update today morning that one student, Subrajyoti Borua, who is a 3rd semester student of the postgraduate course in political science in the university, was arrested by the police for his alleged involvement in the Liquorgate University ragging incident. And another student whose name has not been disclosed by the police was also detained and interrogated. However, he has not been arrested yet. Meanwhile, one of the main accused in this case, one of the prime accused, in fact, named by the guardians of Anand Sharma, the victim in the ragging incident, Rahul Chetri, who is a former student leader of the university, who was also the general secretary of the university, is still absconding, and the police has been on the lookout for him. Studio.
Right, Anirudh, and also, Assam CM has said very, very clearly after this incident that say no to ragging. Ragging is something that cannot be tolerated. After this incident from Dibrugarh University has come in, where the student jumped from the 2nd floor of the university due to ragging. Thank you, Anirudh, for getting us all those details.
ये कानून 3 साल पहले पारित हो चुका है। अगर दम जिसके पास है वो चालू करा ना, ये तो सेंट्रल कानून है, ये सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेशन है, मोदी सरकार के पास है, उनकी जेब में है। सीए लागू कराने किसने रोका है? क्यों नहीं लागू कर सकते? सीए अगर लागू होगी ना, ज्यादा हिंदू लोगों का खतरा बनेगी। ये मैं आज से आप इसको संज्ञान में ले लेना चाहिए कि ये जो सीए है और जो एनआरसी है, ये बस चुनावी ये औजार है। सिर्फ चुनाव की मकसद के लिए ये सारे की बात हो रहे हैं, सीए और एनआरसी। बस ये बात हमें कोई लेना देना नहीं है। अगर सरकार चाहे तो कर सकते हैं, सरकार उनके पास है। ये हो सकता है, अगर कोई शासन के लिए कुछ भी हो सकता है, हमें इसमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। कानून व्यवस्था को अगर सही ढंग से चलाना है, इसके लिए कोई निर्णय ले सकते हैं सरकार की अपनी ये अधिकार बनते हैं।
जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन है पंचायत चुनाव से पहले जिस तरह से
बहुत बुरी तरह बदतर होते जा रहे हैं, और भी होगी, क्योंकि सरकार ये चोरों की, लुटेरों की, डाकुओं की सरकार बन चुके हैं। यह और कुछ नहीं होगा, खून खराबा, लुटेरा, ये सारे ये सरकार में शामिल हो चुके हैं। चोरों का भरमार है, लुटेरों की भरमार है ये सरकार, ये ऐसे ही चलते रहेंगे। वो तो आपस में तो रिश्ता है इन लोगों को, दीदी और मोदी से भी रिश्ता है, तो शुभेंदु और दीदी का भी रिश्ता होगी हर जगह।
Viewers, much more coming up on the other side. The Liquorgate is exploding in Delhi. Liquor baron Amit Arora is now placed under arrest as trouble mounts for Kejriwal and company. Plus, a showdown in William over the protests which are intensifying there as Congress hits out at Kerala government and says Chief Minister must change the attitude.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके देख के दम है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके हर कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Will smart manufacturing complement traditional manufacturing processes or replace them entirely?
India will be able to contribute approximately 5% of the global market in terms of when we talk about additive manufacturing.
What kind of opportunities does it hold for the BTech students?
Amrita University, I would say, is ideal for students who come into manufacturing, additive manufacturing.
To know more, watch Amrita School of Engineering presents Shaping the Future of India this weekend, only on Republic TV.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday morning. We're live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Lots lined up for you in this edition. Straight up starting with the top headlines we're tracking this morning. AIIMS cyber attack case gets bigger. MHA mulls handling over probe to the NIA as services still run manually for the 8th day. Delhi Liquorgate explodes. Liquor baron Amit Arora is now placed under arrest as trouble mounts for Kejriwal and company. Maharashtra-Karnataka border row rages on, dispute now in the top court. Despite attack and arrest, YSRTP chief hits out at the KCR government, tells Republic TV she will continue her Padyatra. Showdown over Kerala port intensifies. Congress hits out at the Kerala government, says Chief Minister must change attitude. Mega showdown over CA. DMK files affidavit in the top court, says CA is against the millions and secularism. Thanks for tuning in. Straight up starting with breaking news coming in from Assam. This one in relation to the Dibrugarh University ragging case where, remember, a student was tried to commit suicide. Republic having spoken to the Dibrugarh University Vice Chancellor. In fact, just to take you through a recap of what we know so far, remember a student from the Dibrugarh University tried to commit suicide after he alleged that he was ragged by a group of students. Now, we are also learning that he had sent out a complaint letter to the warden of the university, and what he's now stated as that even as he raised complaints and flagged the issue with the university officials, no proper action was taken. He was continuously ragged and tortured by those group of students, which he even named in this complaint letter which he had addressed to the warden of the university. But the latest now coming in is that another student have been arrested, but precisely 10 students were named by the victim in his complaint letter which he had written to the warden of the university. We spoke to the professor, in fact we spoke to the university official as to the probe that's been ordered into the case. The Vice Chancellor spoke to the public on the action that has been taken against the students who've been named by the victim in this case. All right, we'll play out that reaction as well. coming in from the Vice Chancellor of the university. But latest update coming in that another arrest has been made in connection with the ragging case. The visuals there on your screens is of the student who was ragged. And on the right side are the accused, the students who allegedly tortured the victim Anand Sharma, as a result of which he tried to commit suicide. We have that reaction coming from the Vice Chancellor of the university. Let's listen in.
We have with us the Vice Chancellor of Liquorgate University, Dr. Jihad. He has arrived from Guwahati right now and he has taken stock of the situation in Aditya Hospital, and he has also seen the patient Anand Sharma, who is undergoing treatment in the ICU of the Aditya Hospital. Sir, you have already visited the hospital, and what do you say of this unfortunate incident?
First of all, I pray God for his quick recovery. He is our student, and quick recovery is very much essential. And we have decided to, if necessary, to send him to AIIMS also through air ambulance with the help of government. Government also ready to help us. And already we are very grateful to our Honorable Chief Minister of Assam also. He has taken very good decision, and he has directed us to any weak points are there in our authority to investigate that. Keeping this point in mind, I have already decided to constitute a committee, one high-level committee, whether there is any administrative lapse in our part. We have to look into that part also, and also we have decided to relieve our 3 wardens of PNGB Boys Hostel, and we will replace by some other faculty members within today. Everything will be completed within today, and committee will be formed just after reaching the office.
The Vice Chancellor of the University has already stated that the University Authority has released
So as you just heard the Vice Chancellor there of the university speaking to the public and saying that action has been initiated, especially against the warden who did not really act even as the complaint was raised by the victim to the warden of the university. We have Anuruddha reporting live on the story. Anuruddha, if we heard the VC right, he said that he in fact admitted that there were administrative lapses on part of the university. The question here being that why did the university take so much time to act on this complaint that was raised by the victim on 17th of November?
Yes, Amisa, in fact, when this entire incident was reported on day 1 itself, Republic had pointed out how there have been lapses on part of the administration of the Dibrugarh University, because we also highlighted how on 17th of November, the victim Anand Sharma had brought the matter of ragging into the notice of the warden, but action was not initiated at that point in time, and no warning were also issued to the students who were involved in the ragging incident when the complaint was first registered with the warden on 17th of November. And this gradually only aggravated the situation, and because of the complaint that was lodged with the warden, Anand Sharma, the victim, was even targeted more by the seniors in the hostel, and not only by the boarders but also by ex-students of the university. So we also question how an ex-student who had already completed his studies in the university can stay longer in the hostel, and these are some points where there were serious loopholes on part of the hostel administration. And now, after the Chief Minister's warning yesterday to the university authorities, today the Vice Chancellor has on record came and said that in fact there was lapses on part of the administration of the Dibrugarh University.
All right, Anuruddha there, thank you for taking us through all the latest on that. So the latest update coming in that action has been initiated against the administrative staff, particularly the warden who did not act on this complaint that was raised by the victim. And to another big story that we are tracking, this one from the national capital, where a big lead coming in on the hacking case. AIIMS has now sought help from the DRDO after the system was hacked. Now, according to AIIMS, the institute will purchase 4 servers from the DRDO for proper functioning of AIIMS. In fact, several lapses also that have come to light. What we're given to understand in this case is that a case of extortion has been registered, and this case that has been registered under the cyber terrorism. We have Harsha reporting live from outside AIIMS, getting us all those leads into what is known so far. But first up, let's take a look at this report that was filed by Harsha from AIIMS.
On Wednesday, November 23, AIIMS first and primary backup servers were corrupted, and later it was found that it was a cyber attack and ransomware attack. Right now, I am outside AIIMS hospital, and it's been more than 1 week since the AIIMS system has not been restored. According to AIIMS administration, the e-hospital data has been restored and network is being sanitized before services could be fully restored. Now, as I am outside AIIMS hospital, the rush in the hospital has significantly increased since 1 week, because as online appointment is not working, patients are rushing directly to the AIIMS hospital for checkups, for OPD services, for blood reports, for several other appointments in the laboratories and other places, other departments in the hospital. Now, we have got to know that the AIIMS administration has increased additional staff, additional authorities have been deployed for full-time OPD services in AIIMS, as everything is being done manually, from doctor's appointment to sharing of reports to the inpatient, outpatient, everything in AIIMS is being done manually right now, as till now the data, the servers, the documentation has not been restored. And still, if we tell you that Delhi police officials along with the agencies NIA and IB is also working to know the depth, the deep beneath how this cyber attack and how this entire servers have been compromised, and what and who is exactly behind all this cyber attack. The investigation is being done, but right now, as we show you in the visuals, the rush in the hospital in AIIMS has certainly been increased because of not being taken online appointment, and because of everything being done manually. The reports, the appointments are not being taken for more than 1 week, and the patients are really stressful, as the rush can clearly be seen in the hospital.
In fact, we also spoke to the patients who are bearing the brunt of this cyber attack as a result of the servers that are down for over a week now, and the data leak of 3 to 4 patients which is at risk. Let's listen into some of those voices.
ये हैक होने की वजह से लाइन क्यू ज़्यादा बढ़ गया, तो अब मेरे जैसे लोगों, जो बुजुर्ग, मैं सीनियर सिटीज़न हूँ, अब मेरा दोनों भी नी रिप्लेसमेंट हुआ है रिसेंटली, फिर भी मेरे को यहाँ डेंटल की वजह से यहाँ आना पड़ा। क्यों बोले तो मेरे को रेफ़र किए यहाँ किसी हॉस्पिटल में जाने के लिए।
एक बात जानना चाहेंगे, आप लोग अभी अंदर हैं, आप लोग अंदर से बाहर आ रहे हैं, आपने कहा लंबी लाइन लगी है इस वजह से, क्योंकि डिजिटल कुछ नहीं चल रहा, ऑनलाइन अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं हो रही है, लोग सीधा एम्स पहुंच रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं मिल रही है। लेकिन क्या डॉक्टरों की बात करें, क्या अंदर डॉक्टर अवेलेबल हैं, जल्दी से जल्दी मैनुअली देखा जा रहा है, या फिर मरीजों को बहुत समस्या आ रही है?
नहीं, समस्या तो बहुत आ रही है, वैसे मैनुअली कर रहे हैं, पर्ची सब मैनुअली करके दे रहे हैं, बहुत जल्दी से जल्दी होने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इतना भीड़ है कि हमें कम से कम 2 आवर्स ले रहा है एक पर्ची बनाने के लिए।
Before 2 hours, my dad reports come. Then my dad reports didn't come, and the doctor said to me, just go to that department and he'll give you the report. When I went for the department, he said, okay, just wait for 15 minutes. Again, after 15 minutes, I go inside and they said, no, this is the only report and you have to wait for again 15-20 minutes. So these are the things are getting delay.
So data leak of 3 to 4 crore patients, which is feared. Remember, the MHA has also ordered probe. In fact, the NIA has also been roped in. Also reports coming in of how the hackers allegedly demanded 200 crore rupees as ransom. However, there's no official word from AIIMS on ransom as of now, but a case of extortion that has been registered in this case.
In a fatal road accident, 6 people have lost their lives while 15 others severely injured in Uttar Pradesh's Bahraj. Initial reports suggest that the accident took place due to a collision between a roadways bus and a truck in Tapesipa area. Police teams rushed to the spot and injured were shifted to the nearest hospital.
प्राथमिकता के आधार पर पुलिस बल सवेरे से ही तैनात है। जैसे ही घटना की सूचना मिली, पुलिस के लोगों ने रेस्क्यू किया है और जो घायल हैं गंभीर रूप से उनका जिला अस्पताल में इलाज चल रहा है। से सामान्य घायल यहाँ CSC पर हैं और ये बाकी सारी चीज़ें इसकी जांच कराई जा रही है।
However, according to the officials, cause of the accident is yet to be confirmed. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
We'll slip into a very short break for now. Do not go anywhere. Lots coming up on the other side of this very short break. Showdown over Kerala port intensifies. Congress hits out at Kerala government, says Chief Minister must change attitude. And mega face-off over CA. DMK files affidavit in the top court, says CA is against the millions and secularism.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके देख के दम है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके हर कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Indian and US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the search and rescue operation drill.
The NIA has targeted the gangster network in North India as raids are being conducted by the agency in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan. Congress President Mallikarjun.
And news coming in, this one from Patna, where we understand that the IT raids are underway. Several steel factories in Patna are on the radar of the IT sleuths. The searches, we understand, by the IT department started early this morning at several steel factories and residents of the promoter as well. More details are awaited, but the news break coming in from Patna, where the IT raids are underway in several steel companies, steel factories. We'll go across to Prakash to give us more details on these IT raids, which started early morning, but those are the visuals also coming in right now of the IT raids, which began early morning. We understand that several factories as well as the residents of the steel promoter is being raided by the IT sleuths as we speak. The first visuals there on your screens right now of the multi-location raids which are underway in Patna by the IT department. So mega crackdown there by the IT sleuths in Patna as these raids are being carried out. We have Prakash joining us live from Patna. Prakash, give us more information about these IT raids which are underway.
Well, the IT raid is being conducted promoted in the honor of a steel factory honored in Patna. There are multiple locations that the raids have been conducted. And this is a part of a series of raids that are being conducted at different places of business houses. In recent past, the income tax and also raided places owned by certain builders.
All right, Prakash, I'm sorry we'll have to interrupt you there. There seems to be a network problem. We'll try connecting with Prakash again. But that's the newsbreak coming in from Patna, where the IT raids are underway. News in brief, a 5-month pregnant teacher was allegedly manhandled by a group of students in Assam's Dibrugad district after she informed the parents of one of the pupils about the student's poor academic performance and conduct in the school. The pregnant lady was saved by some other women teachers, school staff and a few girl students from the mob attack of the boys. Speaking on the incident of firing in Assam, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma stated that he did not approve of police firing on civilians, that should be resorted to only against terrorists and criminals. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma also stated that there had definitely been neglect on part of the Dibrugad University in case of Anand Sharma, a first semester student of the university, and that the police will probe whether the university authorities are at fault. 6 casualties have been reported after a fire broke out due to a short circuit in a factory in the town of Padham in Firozabad in UP. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary sparked a row by stating that implementation of the CAA was for politics, stating that if the law was passed, it would be dangerous for the Hindus. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court is set to hear Karnataka-Maharashtra border dispute with the case filed in the court in 2004. Meetings and discussions are being taken up by the administration of both the states as they resolve to not give up any inch of land between either of the states. 15 Bangladeshi nationals, including 8 men, 7 women and 1 child, were released from the Mathura district jail after completing their sentence. They were arrested for living illegally in India and holding fake ration cards. Following a cyber attack at the Medical Institute in the national capital, e-hospital data in AIIMS Delhi has now been restored. The process is reported to have taken time due to a large number of servers and computers in use for hospital services. The Uttarakhand government meanwhile moved a more stringent anti-conversion bill in the state assembly that seeks to make unlawful religious conversion a cognizable and non-bailable offence, punishable with imprisonment for a term of at least 3 years to a maximum of 10 years. A Pentagon report stated that China has asked the US not to interfere in the relationship between China and India, stating that the military build-up at the border between the two countries, with a warning further stating that China did not want border tensions with India to interfere a close partnership between India and the US. A very short break. Coming up on the other side, Maharashtra-Karnataka border row rages on. We'll get you live coverage from Belagavi border area. And mega face-off over CAA as DMK files affidavit in the top court, says CAA is against Tamilians.
YS Sharmila, she was seated in a car. She wanted to drive till the CM's camp office, but she wasn't allowed, and then the police officials towed the vehicle. She was brought at the SR Nagar police station.
Taran district of Punjab. This was the second Pakistani drone that has been shot down by the border security force in past 24 hours in Punjab.
The Delhi police has filed a petition at the court getting this narco test done on December 1, and this has been accepted.
Sharmila is seated in the car. This is the very particular car. She is right behind me, and also as you can see, she is trying to stage protest here. In the meantime, we also see that police officials are now allowing her to move out from this place, and also at the same time there are vehicles which are put across just before her vehicle, and the police officials are asking her to get down because she does not have permission to go ahead, and also at the same time she has been questioning the government here in the state of Telangana.
And
NIA raids on gangster network across states in Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and Punjab. Multiple teams are part of the raids at various locations.
International Filmfare Festival that happened in Goa, where the statement from Nadav has clearly mentioned that a Kashmiri file is nothing but propaganda.
Smriti Irani slams Rahul Gandhi, says he's marching with those who want to break India.
Indian and US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the
Welcome back. Now, as the ED news tightens in the Delhi Liquorgate, the BJP has it out at the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that the agencies are closing in on Manish Sisodia and that accused number one, as well as close aide of Kejriwal, who led and executed the entire liquor excise scam. So that's the fresh charge by the BJP, saying that it is in fact Manish Sisodia who led and executed the entire liquor excise scam. Remember, the ED has now arrested Amit Arora, who is the sixth, which is in fact the sixth arrest in connection with the liquor scam. Amit Arora's company, Retail Private Limited operators, operated in 2 liquor zones in Delhi Airport Zone and 30 zones. Let's listen into a reaction coming in from BJP's Shehzad Poonawala.
एक और गिरफ्तारी हुई है शराब घोटाले में। अमित अरोड़ा जो बड़ी है मनीष सिसोदिया और आम आदमी पार्टी के, हमने सबने देखा है कि किस प्रकार से 10,000 करोड़ का बिजनेस 2 प्लेयर को दिया गया, किस प्रकार से जो 2.5% से 12% कमीशन बढ़ाया गया, उसमें से 6% कैश कमीशन और किकबैक के रूप में आम आदमी पार्टी के नेताओं को मिला और चुनावों में खर्च हुआ। ये बताते हुए अमित अरोड़ा कैंडिड कैमरे पर स्टिंग ऑपरेशन में पाए गए थे, परंतु एक भी सवाल का जवाब आज आम आदमी पार्टी दे नहीं रही है। विक्टिमहुड कार्ड खेलती है या कभी कहती है कि हमें क्लीन चिट मिल गई है, जबकि कोर्ट ने आज तक कोई क्लीन चिट नहीं दी, कोई एजेंसी ने क्लीन चिट नहीं दी। आज आम आदमी पार्टी को जवाब देना होगा। अगर घोटाला हुआ ही नहीं शराब घोटाले में, तो फिर न्यू पॉलिसी से हटकर ओल्ड पॉलिसी पर क्यों आए? क्यों आप ही की आरटीआई ने कहा 2,500 करोड़ का नुकसान हुआ? क्यों आपने 2.5% से 12% कमीशन बढ़ा दी? क्यों ब्लैक लिस्टेड और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी को आने दिया और उनको शो कॉज नोटिस जब जारी हुआ तो उन पर कोई कार्रवाई नहीं की गई? क्यों लाइसेंसिंग पीरियड बढ़ा दिया गया, ऑपरेशनल पीरियड बढ़ा दिया गया बिना परमिशन के? किस प्रकार से 144 करोड़ का वेवर हो या 30 करोड़ की ईएमडी हो या 50 रुपए प्रति क्रेट का डिस्काउंट हो, ये दिया गया और सारे रूल्स नियम तोड़ कर दिए गए। आज सवाल का जवाब ये भी होना चाहिए कि अगर उनको क्लीन चिट मिली है तो एफआईआर क्वॉश क्यों नहीं हुई? अगर उनको क्लीन चिट मिली है तो उनके नेता विजय नायर चार्जशीटेड और जेल में आज तक क्यों है? बाकी के लोग आज तक क्यों सलाखों के पीछे हैं?
So that's a fresh update coming in. ED making the 6th arrest in connection with the Liquorgate. It is businessman Amit Arora, who's now been arrested. Remember, his house was raided just last week, and following those raids, he's now been arrested. In fact, remember, the BJP had also released a sting tape which had Amit Arora and raised several questions as to the role of Amit Arora in connection with the scam. So the 6th arrest that has been made in the liquor excise scam with Amit Arora, who's now been arrested. And a roundup from the world of sports. New Zealand chose to bowl first as they take on Team India in the 3rd ODI match in Christchurch. India had lost the first ODI and the second one was abandoned due to raids. Iranian supporters of the movement against the current government have learned to challenge not only the politics of their country, but also the politics of FIFA at the World Cup in Qatar. Match after match, protesters painted their faces, carried signs, also wore T-shirts, many a times got confiscated by security. Meanwhile, venues across the Gaza Strip teemed with football fans on Tuesday evening, the majority cheering for Iran during its World Cup match against the US. The Americans, meanwhile, prevailed by 1-0 run score on the pitch. England fans were seen celebrating as Team England are through to knockout stages of the FIFA World Cup after Marcus Rashford helped the Three Lions beat Wales in a comfortable 3-0 victory. Arjun Babhuta in men's 10-meter air rifle and Vivan Kapoor in men's trap were crowned national champions across two cities, where the 65th National Shooting Championship competition is currently taking place. A very short break, and as AIIMS cyber attack case gets bigger, MHA mulls handing over the case to the NIA. Despite attack and arrest, YSRTP chief hits out at the KCR government, tells Republic that she will continue with her Padyatra.
KCR has all claimed that the people of Telangana live in a state of bliss. That is not true, and therefore I have gone on a walkathon.
NIA raids on gangster network across states in Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and Punjab. Multiple teams are part of the raids at various locations.
International Film Festival that happened in Goa, where the statement from Nadav has clearly mentioned that a Kashmiri file is nothing but an propaganda.
Smriti Irani slams Rahul Gandhi, says he's marching with those who want to break India.
And US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the search and rescue operation drill.
The NIA has targeted the gangster network in North India as raids are being conducted by the agency in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, during his address at a public meeting for the party's campaign in Gujarat last evening, compared Prime Minister Modi with Ravan.
YS Sharmila, she was seated in a car. She wanted to drive till the CM's camp office, but she wasn't allowed, and then the police officials towed the vehicle. She was brought at the SR Nagar police station.
Taran district.
High voltage battle which will decide the nation's political trajectory. Who will break their records and which faces will be the winners?
89 out of the 182 seats go to polls. Stay tuned to India's election news headquarters
as Gujarat goes to polls. Live coverage minute by minute all day today on Republic.
The AIIMS cyber attack case gets bigger. The MHA mulls handing over the probe to the NIA as services still run manually for the 8th straight day. Delhi Liquorgate explodes. Liquor baron Amit Arora is now placed under arrest as trouble mounts for Kejriwal and company. Maharashtra-Karnataka border row rages on. Dispute now in the top court.
Mr. KCR has all claimed that the people of Telangana live in a state of bliss. That is not true, and therefore I have gone on a walkathon.
Despite attack and arrest, the YSRTP chief hits out at the KCR government, tells Republic TV that she will continue her Padyatra. Showdown over the Virangam plot intensifies. The Congress hits out at the Kerala government, says Chief Minister must change his attitude. Mega face-off over CAA. DMK files an affidavit in the apex court, says the CAA is against Tamilians and secularism. Good afternoon. afternoon and welcome. You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. The big story that we are tracking right now, the Israeli filmmaker Nadav Lapid, who was a part of the jury at the 2022 International Film Festival of India, has stirred another controversy after he called the Kashmir Files vulgar and propaganda film yesterday. Now the Israeli filmmaker has targeted India, saying that the film was pushed by Indian government and has tried to also to lecture India on the Kashmir issue. So this is the latest that we are getting right now. We understand that he has spoken to a media house and he has continued not just calling the film propaganda, but he's also gone on to speak in detail about this. I'm going to try and go across to Shavan Sen for more details on this, but we are given to understand that Lapid has spoken to an Israeli media house where he continues to target India. In that interview, he says that the film was pushed by the Indian government. Lapid, who of course is in the middle of a huge controversy over his comments that he made at the International Film Festival of India in Goa, in his closing remarks had targeted the Kashmir Files, saying that this was a propaganda film. Now thereafter, of course, he received a lot of criticism, not just from the Israeli High Commissioner, as well as from various envoys from Israel who are in India, as well as Israeli filmmakers, but also from various political parties in India. Now, we're given to understand that he has now come out with another interview that he has given to an Israeli media house, and in that interview, he has continued to target India.
I don't understand how can anybody use the word vulgar. Tell me, Nadimar's massacre, was it propaganda? The courts at suo motu reopened that case. Killing of our Air Force commandos, was that propaganda? Was that vulgar? Girja Devi's case, BK Ganju film has 5 incidents. All 5 incidents are well recorded, showing these barbaric murders and gang rapes and cutting a live woman on saw machine. Do you think this is propaganda? I challenge all these people in the ecosystem, whoever Mr. was speaking before me, I challenge everybody. Tell me something. You prove one event, one dialogue, one scene, one shot of this film is not 100% true, I'll stop making films. But if you cannot prove it, then you stop this fake narrative against India and Hindus.
And we're cutting across to breaking inputs coming in. These are first pictures of Liquorgate accused Amit Arora, who is being taken to the Rouse Avenue court in Delhi. He's being produced in the court, where the Enforcement Directorate is all set to push for his custody. A very important development in the Liquorgate case that is getting bigger. And remember, this is yet another arrest, most importantly, Amit Arora, who is being taken to Rouse Avenue court in Delhi. He's being produced in the court and the Enforcement Directorate to push for his custody. Those pictures on your screens from the Rouse Avenue court. Amit Arora post-arrest. And remember, he is to be produced in the Rouse Avenue court in the national capital. The investigation that is intensifying in the Liquorgate case. This is yet another arrest made by the Delhi police as they look into this case and try and find all the connecting dots. This is Amit Arora, who has been arrested, and he's now being taken to the Rouse Avenue court, where the ED is all set to seek his custody further. Piyush Ori is with me on the phone line. Piyush, give us details of Amit Arora. When will he be produced in the Rouse Avenue court? And what exactly are going to be the arguments from the side of the ED?
So as you rightly said, that Amit Arora has been produced at the Rouse Avenue court by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, he is one of the main accused in the Delhi excise liquor scam, and he is the managing director of Buddy Retail, one of the dubious firms that was involved in framing the liquor policy, which actually caused loss to the public exchequer. Enforcement Directorate by the person.
All right, that line is not very clear. We'll try and reconnect with Piyush at a later point. But most importantly, those pictures on your screens, Amit Arora, post his arrest, and he is to be produced in the Rouse Avenue court, where the ED is all set to seek his custody. We have to slip into a very short commercial break right now, but all eyes also on the AIIMS cyber attack case that is getting bigger, and IP addresses from a foreign country that are under the scanner. Also, a big development, Bilkis Bano has knocked the doors off the top court, saying send her rapist back to jail.
Sharmila is seated in the car. This is the very particular car. She is right behind me, and also, as you can see, she is trying to stage protest here. In the meantime, we also see that police officials are now allowing her to move out from this place, and also at the same time there are vehicles which are put across just before her vehicle, and the police officials are asking her to get down because she does not have permission to go ahead, and also at the same time she has been questioning the government here in the state of Telangana.
NIA raids on gangster network across states in Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and Punjab. Multiple teams are part of the raids at various locations.
International Film Festival that happened in Goa, where the statement from Nadav has clearly mentioned that a Kashmiri file is nothing but propaganda.
Smriti Irani slams Rahul Gandhi, says he's marching with those who want to break India.
Indian and US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the search and rescue operation drill.
The NIA has targeted the
high voltage battle which will decide the nation's political trajectory. Who will break their records and which faces will be the winners?
89 out of the 182 seats go to polls. Stay tuned to India's election news headquarters
as Gujarat goes to polls. Live coverage minute by minute
all day today on Republic.
And more breaking news coming in. Madras High Court quashes one FIR registered by DVAC against former Minister SP Velu Mani on corruption charges and refused to quash another case. The corruption charges related to tenders given during his tenure as the PWD minister has been quashed, whereas the accumulation of asset charges against him will be carried. Earlier, the former AIIMS minister SP Velu Mani had pleaded to the court to quash both the DVAC FIRs. We're trying to get in touch with my colleague Varshini, who's picking up more details on the same, but this is the latest that is just coming in for former Minister SP Velu Mani on corruption charges. As he had appealed to the court to quash both the DVAC FIRs, and that has now been quashed. The corruption charges related to tenders given during his tenure as the PWD minister has been quashed. It's coming in as a big relief to the minister. Madras High Court has quashed one FIR against SP Velu Mani. Cutting across to Varshini, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Varshini, tell us more what happened in the court, and certainly a sense of relief for the minister. All right, not too sure if Varshini can hear me, but these are the latest details coming in. We'll try and cut across to her in a short while from now. For the moment, a 1-minute report coming up next.
Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai will be making a visit to Belagavi on the 2nd of December, and this particular visit holds a lot of political significance because this is coming on the backdrop of the escalation in the Karnataka-Maharashtra border row as well. He's coming to Ramdurga to go on and inaugurate several development projects as well as lay foundation stone as well. But on the other side, in Maharashtra, in Sangli district and parts of Jat region, the people there have invited Baswaraj Bommai to confer him an award because he's gone on to give them water, drinking water and water for irrigation facilities when they did not have water as well. But in this particular regard, there has been no sort of official confirmation that is coming from the Chief Minister or else even the Chief Minister's office whether he will be heading to Maharashtra to receive the award. But on the 2nd of December, the arrival of the Chief Minister in Belagavi's Ramdurga region has already been confirmed. With video journalist Sadanand, Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic, Belagavi.
And on that note, it's time for us to slip into a very short commercial break. But the big stories we're tracking for you this afternoon. Kashmiri pundits expose lobbyist propaganda, saying make 100 Kashmir files. Sporadic protests erupting across the country. And protests continue in China. Xi Jinping digs in heels, promises harder crackdown.
Indian and US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the search and rescue operation drill.
The NIA has targeted the gangster network in North India as raids are being conducted by the agency in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, during his address at a public meeting for the party's campaign in Gujarat last evening, compared Prime Minister Modi with Ravan.
YS Sharmila, she was seated in a car. She wanted to drive till the CM's camp office, but she wasn't allowed. And then the police officials stored the vehicle. She was brought at the SR Nagar police station.
Taran district of Punjab. This was the second Pakistani drone that has been shot down by the border security force in past 24 hours in Punjab.
The Delhi police has filed a petition at the court getting this narco test done on December 1, and this has been accepted.
Sharmila is seated in the car. This is the very particular car. She is right behind me, and also as you can see, she is trying to stage protest here. In the meantime, we also see that police officials are not allowing her to move out from this place, and also at the same time there are
Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, as we'd been reporting earlier, is set to visit Belagavi on the 2nd of December. Bommai will visit the bordering village of Belagavi.
The Delhi Liquorgate. Now, the Enforcement Directorate has now arrested Amit Arora. Now, remember, it's the 6th arrest in the case.
The joint operation for the BSF as well as the Punjab Police, as they have recovered 5 AK rifles, 5 pistols and 9 magazines that have been recovered from the Firozpur area.
And we're now getting you pictures of an avalanche that has been reported in Lahaul Spiti from Himachal Pradesh. On your screens there, you see how a glacier broke in Rowling and Jangla Nukar village of Lahaul Spiti. As of now, we are learning that no major damage has been reported from this avalanche. But those pictures, they're speaking for themselves, coming in from Himachal Pradesh of an avalanche reported at Lahaul Spiti. And on to other big stories we're tracking this afternoon. Israeli filmmaker Nadav Lapid, who insulted Kashmir files at IFFI, has now targeted India. While speaking to an Israeli media house, Lapid said that what's going on in India is crazy. He raised questions over India's Kashmir policy. Outraged over the insults by Israeli filmmaker, Kashmiri Pandits protest in Jammu. Kashmiri Pandits asked the filmmaker to come on ground and witness the pain. Angry Pandits also said that the filmmaker's thoughts are vulgar.
देखिए, मैं इस बंदे को एक एजेंट के रूप में देखता हूँ. इस बंदे को प्लांट किया गया है और उसने इफी के स्टेज पे एक बहुत बड़ा ब्लास्ट किया है. ये एक वाइट कॉलर टेररिस्ट था जो चेयरमैन ऑफ जूरी के नाम पे अपॉइंट किया गया.
Telangana Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan has expressed her anguish and questioned KCR over YS Sharmila. The governor has said that women leaders and cadres need to be treated in a more dignified and respectful manner. DMK has filed a fresh affidavit in the Supreme Court on the court opposing CAA. DMK said that CAA is against India's fabric of secularism. DMK raised the issue of Tamilians and said that Indian Tamilians are living in refugee camps in constant fear of deportation in the state. DMK also alleged the centre of practicing a stepmotherly treatment towards Tamilians. Fresh arrest has been made in Liquorgate case. Businessman Amit Arora is the latest arrest in the case. As according to sources, Amit Arora was arrested under criminal sections of PMLA. The accused will be produced in the Rouse Avenue Court in New Delhi, where ED is all set to seek his custody. CBI has given summons to Telangana Minister Gangula Kamlakar and TRS MP Vadi Raju Ravichandra. Both the leaders have been asked to appear in Delhi tomorrow. Earlier, Telangana minister was raided by IT department. For the 8th straight day, the server at AIIMS are running down and AIIMS is forced to run the systems on manual mode. Meanwhile, agencies have found an IP address that belongs to a neighboring country and investigating whether it is an insider job or if there is any foreign hand in this cyber attack. Ahead of the MCD elections, BJP has released its manifesto that includes promises of bringing all services of the civic body online within 100 days and 100% garbage processing. Today, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri briefed about BJP's master plan for MCD. He said that as many as 10 lakh people in the economically weaker sections will get homes with the help of the central government. 50 lakh people will benefit from the PM Uday scheme and get their houses regularized. The third major scheme is land pooling, and he said that they faced problems in land pooling in the start, but around 75 lakh people will be benefited from this scheme. Total of 1 crore 35 lakh people who will benefit all in all due to redevelopment schemes.
विज्ञान भवन से कालका जी में बनाए गए इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन के हमारे भाइयों और बहनों के लिए 3000 से अधिक फ्लैट्स जो हैं उनको उनमें से 500 लाभार्थियों को तो चाबी हाथ में पकड़ाई और बाकियों को भी बाद में हमने हैंडओवर किया.
Slipping into a short break. On the other side, after genocide rant, Israeli filmmaker Lapid now reveals political angle to his comment. Also, the AIIMS cyber attack case that is getting bigger. IP addresses from foreign countries are now under scanner.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी
Imagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
YS Sharmila, she was seated in a car. She wanted to drive till the CM's camp office, but she wasn't allowed. And then the police officials stored the vehicle. She was brought at the SR Nagar police station.
Taran district of Punjab. This was the second Pakistani drone that has been shot down by the border security force in past 24 hours in Punjab.
The Delhi police has filed a petition at the court getting this narco test done on December 1, and this has been accepted.
Viewers, it's time for Superfast 50. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Let's get started. Major protests broke out in Jammu by Kashmiri Pandits following remarks by Israeli filmmaker Nadev Lapid at the 53rd IFFI festival in Goa, with the Pandits condemning the claim that Kashmir fast was vulgar and propaganda.
सबसे पहले भ्रमण करना चाहिए जो हमारा 19 में जोनोसाइड हुआ है वो क्यों हुआ है, कैसे हुआ है, उससे या तो उसको पता नहीं है कश्मीरी पंडितों के साथ क्या हुआ। अगर वो खुद उसे देखा होगा, उसे रिसर्च किया होता, वो यहाँ पर कैंपों पे आया होता तो वो बात नहीं करता है। अगर वो इजराइल से ये ताल्लुक रखता है उसको फिर पहले फलस्तीन की बात करनी चाहिए।
Polygraph test conducted on Aftab Poonawalla in connection with the Shraddha murder case. Aftab reportedly admitted that the murder was planned. He did not regret killing Shraddha. Bilkis Bano has moved the Supreme Court against the release of the 11 convicts. She has questioned the policy of 1992 in Gujarat pertaining to the release of the convicts, and she has further filed another petition stating that it would be appropriate to have the trial held in Maharashtra. CJI Chandrachud has stated that he would examine whether they can be heard by the same bench. DMK has filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court against CAA. The DMK has alleged that the CAA is against Tamils from Sri Lanka as well as India's secular fabric by discriminating on the basis of religion. 6 arrests has been made in connection with the Liquorgate case. Amit Arora, a person seen in a sting released by the BJP, has been arrested. Amit Arora is allegedly a director in at least 13 companies, including a company named Buddy Retail, which is under the CBI radar. On the 8th day following the cyberattack on AIIMS, agencies are investigating whether mirror servers were being used to give a fake location of an IP address found to have originated from a neighboring country. Following a cyber attack at the medical institute in New Delhi, e-hospital data in AIIMS in New Delhi has been restored. The process is reported to have been taken time due to large number of servers and computers in use. 2 system analysts have been suspended. In fact, as well, that's a report that has come in, as well as the AIIMS case gets more complex right now. The servers are still down and DRDO has been asked to help. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary sparks a row, claims implementation of CAA was for politics and the law would be dangerous and Hindus themselves.
मोदी ये सीए कानून 3 साल पहले पारित हो चुके हैं। अगर दम जिसके पास है वो चालू करा रहा हो। ये तो सेंट्रल कानून है, ये सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेशन है। मोदी सरकार के पास ये है, उनकी जेब में है सीए। लागू कराने किसने रोका है? वो क्यों नहीं लागू कर सकते? सीए अगर लागू होगी ना, ज्यादा हिंदू लोगों का खतरा बनेगी। ये मैं आज से आप इसको संज्ञान में ले लेना चाहिए कि ये जो सीए है और जो एनआरसी है, ये बस चुनावी ये औजार है।
Uttarakhand government moved a more stringent anti-conversion bill in the state assembly that seeks to make unlawful religious conversion a cognizable and non-bailable offence, punishable with imprisonment for a term of at least 3 years to a maximum of 10 years. Speaking on the incident of firing, Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma stated that he did not approve of police firing on civilians that should be resorted to only against terrorists and criminals. The Chief Minister further said that the governments were committed to securing the lives of the people and that vehicles were moving freely between Assam and either of the states. Speaking on whether on the setup of the anti-radicalization cell in Gujarat will be implemented in other states, Home Minister Amit Shah stated that it was a good initiative and that the CAA would be implemented here first, with the Home Minister stating that the cells and mechanism had to be decided and that the entire world was concerned about radicalization. Union Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri in a BJP press conference informed that at least 10 lakh people without homes would be beneficiaries under the PM Uday scheme. Unauthorized colonies are to affect at least 50 lakh people and 1.35 crore citizens are to benefit for a redevelopment plan being pursued in the national capital. The IG of BSF in Jammu, D.K. Bura, has spoken about how the BSF had foiled attempts of border incursion in the Union territory this year and that all terrorists in connection with the incident had been killed. In a joint operation with the BSF, the Punjab police have recovered 5 AK-47 rifles, 5 pistols and 9 magazines from Firozpur. At least 13 kilogram of heroin was earlier recovered from the same area.
विज्ञान भवन से कालका जी में बनाए गए इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन के हमारे भाइयों और बहनों के लिए 3000 से अधिक फ्लैट्स जो हैं उनको उनमें से 500 लाभार्थियों को तो चाबी हाथ में पकड़ाई और बाकियों को भी बाद में हमने हैंडओवर किया.
The IG of BSF in Jammu, D.K. Bura, spoke about how the BSF had foiled all attempts of border incursion in the Union territory this year and all the terrorists in connection with the incident had been killed.
जो हम आपको ये वायदा करते हैं कि BSF अपने काम को एकदम ऊंचे स्तर का रखेगी और सीमा की सुरक्षा में किसी तरह की कोताही नहीं होने देगी और इस हमारा जो गोल है इस सीमा को बिल्कुल जीरो इन्फिल्ट्रेशन किसी भी तरह की रखा जाए उसके ऊपर हम पूरा कार्य करेंगे.
Joint operation with BSF, the Punjab police have recovered 5 AK-47 rifles, 5 pistols and 9 magazines from Firozpur. At least 13 kgs of heroin was earlier recovered from the same area. AD has initiated an investigation against former Congress Minister Bharat Bhushan Ashu in connection with a food grain scam in Punjab. The Punjab Vigilance Bureau had earlier arrested the minister in connection with the case. Tamil Nadu BJP chief Annamalai visited Tamil Nadu's governor over allegations that there were security lapses with PM Modi had visited Tamil Nadu for inauguration of the chess Olympiad, with the BJP chief claiming the door frame, metal detector and other metal detectors used for PM security was non-functional. Six casualties have been reported after a fire broke out due to a short circuit in an inverted factory in Firozabad in UP. At least 18 fire tenders were deployed at the site of the incident. A major fire broke out in a plastic factory in Havra in West Bengal. 3 fire tenders have been rushed to the spot in order to douse the fire. An incident of eve teasing was reported from Madhya Pradesh. After the incident was recorded on CCTV, anger was further reported by the residents in the area demanding action against the suspect. At least 5 attempts of a drone infiltration from Pakistan has been reported from the border in Punjab, as was informed by the BSF. At least 2 drones were shot down after an intrusion by drones were reported from Tarantaran, Amritsar and Gurdaspur. A spear corps of the Indian Army along with the Manipur police arrested one cadre of PLA from Jiribam in Manipur. The cadre has been handed over to the police for further investigation. 6 casualties and 15 injuries have been reported after a bus collided with a truck in Jarwal area of Bahraich in UP. The cause of the accident is yet to be ascertained as the injured have been sent to a hospital. Special Task Force of Haryana Police says 13 quintals and 14 kilograms of poppy husk in Ambala with a narcotic has reported to have been bought from Rajasthan. Now, 2 people have been arrested in connection with the case. Vice Chairman of Toyota Kirloskar Motors Vikram S. Kirloskar has now passed away due to a heart attack. The car maker later released a statement informing of his demise. Last rites of the Vice Chairman of the group was announced to be held at the Herbal Crematorium in Bengaluru. 15 Bangladeshi nationals, including 8 men, 7 women, 1 child, were released from the Mathura district jail after completing their sentence. They were arrested for living illegally in India and holding fake ration cards. A Pentagon report stated that China has asked the US not to interfere in the relationship between China and India, stating that the military build-up at the border between the 2 countries with the warning, further stating that China did not want border tensions with India to interfere, a closer partnership between India and the US. French butchers and sausage makers protested outside the France's lower house of parliament over soaring prices of energy that they need to refrigerate meat. Protesters and federations are urging the government to adopt similar policies to Germany, Spain and Portugal, where gas and electricity prices are not index-linked, 4 to 5 times less expensive than in France. Big blow to China. UK ousted Beijing from the construction of a nuclear power station. The power plant will now be built with French partner EDF. This comes a day after UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said that the golden era of UK-China relations was over. China's foreign ministry on Tuesday pushed back against the UK's criticism of its handling of the public anger over its zero-COVID policy. The Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson defended his country's COVID policy as science-based, correct and effective. The UN said that it supports demonstrators' right to protest over China's COVID policies. The US spokesperson said that the UN believes in the right to demonstrate peacefully and urged the Chinese authorities to guarantee that right.
We've seen some of the video of demonstrations, and our reaction is the same one we have for the world over, is that we believe in the importance of people's right to peaceful assembly and association, their right to demonstrate peacefully, and urge the authorities to guarantee.
Landlocked Afghanistan is in talks with China to rekindle ancient Silk Road trade routes in order to help its dwindling economy. Taliban's Industry and Commerce Minister Nuruddin Azizi on Monday urged China to speed up efforts for the opening of the Silk Route. Azizi said that it could become a reliable route for the transit of goods. Pakistan's government had decided to file an application against former Prime Minister Imran Khan with the National Accountability Bureau and Federal Investigation Agency in the Tosha Khana case. Development comes after the EC of Pakistan in October disqualified PTI chief Imran Khan under Article 63(1)(p) in the Tosh Khana case and ruled that he is no longer a member of the National Assembly. Qatar will supply liquefied natural gas to Germany under 15-year deal signed between them yesterday as the European economic powerhouse scrambles to replace Russian gas supplies that were cut during the ongoing war in Ukraine. Top justice officials from G7 industrial powers agreed to coordinate more closely in efforts to investigate war crimes in Ukraine. German Justice Minister made the announcement after a meeting in Berlin that was attended by Ukraine's Attorney General and the Chief Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. The state broadcasting head said that Iran had no rule to sing the national anthem after players refused to sing their anthem before the opening match against England at the World Cup.
There is not any rule in Iran for the players to read or to companion with the anthem of country. We had many matches that the players didn't read it, and we had many matches that read it. That's not the rule in Iran. As you saw in the against Wales, the Iranian players they read the anthem of Iran, and did so.
Twitter rants are set to grow longer. The microblogging site's character limit might soon expand to 1,000 characters from its previous limit of just 280 characters. Musk has shown interest in the idea of increasing the character limit on a number of occasions since his controversial takeover of the platform. Venues across the Gaza Strip team with football fans, a majority cheering for Iran during its World Cup match against the United States. Supporting Iran is not unusual in this tiny Palestinian enclave blockaded by Israel and Egypt. Residents in several towns across Louisiana and Mississippi have taken cover as tornado sirens rang out late. Forecasters warned of the threat of strong twisters capable of tracking long distances on the ground as a severe weather outbreak erupted in the Deep South. The White House unveiled a sign on its own front lawn with a message from United States President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden wishing the team well before their crunch tie with Iran in Group B. And after Christian Pulich's first half strike earned them a team win over Iran, the Empire State Building was lit up with the red, white and blue colors, celebrating the country's first victory at the World Cup. Marcus Rashford and Phil Foden both scored to put England into the last 16 of the World Cup, a 3-0 victory over Wales. Wales finished in last place in the group and has been eliminated. Marcus Rashford and Phil Foden both scored to put England into the last 16 of the World Cup with a 3-0 victory over Wales. Wales finished in the last place in the group and have been eliminated. Saudi Arabia faced Mexico in the Group C decider, knowing victory will see them secure a place in the last 16 at the World Cup. Despite a 2-0 defeat to Poland, they can still advance to the knockout stages with victory over Mexico. Mexico trained as they continue for their preparations ahead of their must-win FIFA World Cup Group C match against Saudi Arabia at the stadium. Poland top Group C on 4 points, with Argentina and Saudi Arabia next along in 3 points, and Mexico have 1 point. France trained on the eve of the final group game at the World Cup in Qatar. France became the first team to reach the last 16 when they beat Denmark 2-1 in the second match. They followed an impressive 4-1 victory in their opener against Australia. Tunisia prepared its tomorrow's game against France, a team so far unbeaten in the tournament that has already qualified for the last 16. Tunisia tied 0-0 with Denmark and lost 1-0 against Australia. Tunisia will qualify for the round of 16 if it defeats France and Denmark defeats Australia, provided that Tunisia's victory is greater than Denmark's victory in terms of goal difference. Argentina face Poland in their Group C finale, knowing that what a draw might not be enough to see them advance in the last 16 of the World Cup. They now face group leaders Poland, knowing a draw might not be enough to secure a place in the knockout stages if Saudi Arabia beat bottom place Mexico.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
NIA raids on gangster network across states in Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and Punjab. Multiple teams are part of the raids at various locations.
International Film Festival that happened in Goa, where the statement from Nadav has clearly mentioned that a Kashmiri file is nothing but a propaganda.
Smriti Irani slams Rahul Gandhi, says he's marching with those who want to break India.
Indian and US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the search and rescue operation drill.
The NIA has targeted the gangster network in North India as raids are being conducted by the agency in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, during his address at a public meeting for the party's campaign in Gujarat last evening, compared Prime Minister Modi with Ravan.
Viewers, getting some reaction coming in from Mehbooba Mufti, who is right now supporting anti-India Lapid, and Mufti is backing the one who insulted India. She has tweeted, and let me read the tweet out for our viewers. Finally, someone called out a movie that was nothing but sheer propaganda promoted by the ruling party to demonize Muslims, especially Kashmiris, and widen the gulf between Pandits and Muslims. Sad that the diplomatic channels are now being used to silence the truth. That is a tweet of Mehbooba Mufti there on the screen, viewers, where clearly Mufti is seen supporting the anti-India Lapid, who has refused to apologize. Instead, he has maintained that in countries that are losing the ability to speak your mind, someone needs to speak. That's exactly what Lapid has said. He has refused to apologize for the comments he had made on the movie, The Kashmir Files. But right now, we are seeing a tweet, a reaction come. And in this reaction, which you see on your screens, from Mehbooba Mufti, it's written, finally somebody called out a movie that was nothing but sheer propaganda promoted by the ruling party to demonize Muslims, especially Kashmiris, and widen the gulf between Pandits and Muslims. Sad that diplomatic channels are now being used to silence the truth. That's a tweet of Mehbooba Mufti, where she has made another shocking, a very shocking tweet there coming from her. Gursimran is joining me on the phone line. Gursimran, this is a tweet which has come out from Mehbooba Mufti. Once again, she has gone ahead and made a comment like that. Earlier, we saw her attacking our forces, our Indian forces, our Indian army. And right now, a tweet coming from her of this nature.
See, it seems that the lobby is getting together on the issue pertaining to put the facts under the carpets, because it was earlier in the day Lipid, and now Mehbooba Mufti coming to his support clearly shows that there are certain people in the society, those who are trying to put under the carpet what has happened in 90s. They are trying to deviate from the facts and the realities that have taken place. See, we have earlier seen that how their first Nadev Lipid tried to put the onus on the Kashmir Files producers, terming it as a propaganda, and then trying to target the government of India on the issue. And now Mehbooba Mufti has got a tool from which she can target the Kashmiri Pandit community, the sentiments of the Kashmiri Pandit community, as well as the government of India. And now she is widely, openly supporting the statement of Israel director. We have seen earlier today that how protests broke out in Jammu, where the majority of the Kashmiri Pandits live, where they condemned this statement of the Nadev Lipid and said that these statements are just trying to put the new kind of perspective that they are trying to create, so that the culprits of the genocide of the Kashmiri Pandits can be given a clean sheet.
Right, Gursimran. So this comment which has come in is after IFFI jury head Nadev Lapid that called Kashmir Files vulgar. He has called it vulgar. And you're also covering those protests in the valley where after we have seen so many cases of Kashmiri Pandits being targeted by terrorists. And right now, even after that, Mehbooba Mufti is backing Lapid in such an atmosphere where the people in the valley are feeling unsafe.
See, certainly, at this time we have seen time and again that Mehbooba Mufti has always been silent on the external powers that are trying to defame the country, and has always been vocal when it comes to criticize the union government. This time she has also got an opportunity to target the union government and to target the Kashmir Files, to hurt the sentiments of the Kashmiri Pandit community by putting out such kind of a tweet wherein she has backed the statements by Nadev Lipid and has now said that this is what someone other has spoken about. So this shows that there is a certain set of people, those who have a similar kind of ideology, to defame the Kashmiri Pandits, to defame the government of India on the issue, and to give clean sheet to those who have committed the atrocities in 90s, and that has been continuing for a long period of time.
All right, thank you, Gursimran, for joining us on the phone line here. Very, very shocking statement coming out from Mehbooba Mufti yet again. You are getting some more breaking updates coming in at this point of time. A glacier has broken in Lahore Spiti. No major damage is reported from the glacier. This is the new breaking news development we're getting for you right now, coming from Himachal, where the visuals of that are also on your screen right now. And a big glacier has broken in Lahore Spiti. It happened in a village of Rowling and Jangla Nukkar village of Lahore Spiti. but no major damage has been reported so far from that incident which has taken place, viewers. The visuals of that you can see on your screen as well. There was an avalanche in Lahaul Spiti which had also occurred at the same time, but we are also learning a glacier has broken in that area of Lahaul Spiti, and but as of now, as we get more details about what we can expect next, we are learning that no major damage has been reported so far. Of course, we have to wait and watch about fresh updates coming in, whether there has been any kind of incident of some kind of a damage. But avalanches in Lahaul Spiti are quite common as well, viewers. Multiple avalanches have hit Lahaul Spiti in the past few months, and time and again. On that note, it's time for a very short break, viewers. Much more coming up on the other side. We continue to be live and breaking. Viewers, AIIMS cyberattack case now gets bigger. IP addresses from foreign countries now under the scan. Plus, Bilkis Baino knocks on doors of Supreme Court, says then Rip is back to jail.
Indian and US forces is underway in Oli of Uttarakhand. There's a drill which they are right now showcasing, and that's the search and rescue operation drill.
The NIA has targeted the gangster network in North India as raids are being conducted by the agency in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, during his address at a public meeting for the party's campaign in Gujarat last evening, compared Prime Minister Modi with Ravan.
YS Sharmila, she was seated in a car. She wanted to drive till the CM's camp office, but she wasn't allowed, and then the police officials stored the vehicle. She was brought at the SR Nagar police station.
Taran district of Punjab. This was the second Pakistani drone that has been shot down by the border security force in past 24 hours in Punjab.
The Delhi police has filed a petition at the court getting this narco test done on December 1, and this has been accepted.
Sharmila is seated in the car. This is the very particular car. She is right behind me, and also, as you can see, she is trying to stage protest here. In the meantime, we also see that police officials are not allowing her to move out from this place, and also at the same time there are vehicles which are put across just before her vehicle, and their police officials are asking her to get down because she does not have permission to go ahead, and also at the same time she has been questioning the government here in the state of Telangana.
NIA raids on gangster network across states in
Gujarat goes to polls on the 1st of December. 89 of 182 seats will vote.
Where high voltage political battle has broken out in the state of Gujarat since the bipolarity of the state.
Will the BJP score a record victory in Gujarat? Is the Aam Aadmi Party even a factor?
Politics has been challenged for the first time. Watch the fastest updates only on India's election headquarters
on Republic TV.
After genocide rant, Israeli filmmaker Lapid now reveals political angle to the comments. Lapid echoes lobby's intolerant line, attacks Indian government, says no free speech. And this is the latest that is just coming in. Nawab Malik's bail plea has been rejected by the PMLA court. No relief for Nawab Malik, former Maharashtra minister, where his bail plea has been rejected in the PMLA court. We are trying to get details on the ground of what exactly happened inside the court. But this is the special court that has rejected Nawab Malik's bail plea. We'll have Alicia join us shortly to give us more details of what transpired at the PMLA court. But straight away bringing you these details at 2:28 p.m. Nawab Malik's bail plea has been rejected by the PMLA court. This was in the money laundering case where the former Maharashtra minister was hoping to get bail. And the court has now pronounced the bail, order on the bail plea, which has been rejected. Alicia is with us on the broadcast. Alicia, tell us more of what happened in the court.
Well, yes, it's a special PMLA court which has rejected the bail application that was filed by Nawab Malik in a money laundering case that was registered by Enforcement Directorate. Moreover, this was a case that was registered against the D gang, which also shows the involvement of Nawab Malik, whether the property that was landed off a Goa compound wala in Kotla, and there were several statements that has also been recorded in the same case. Moreover, Nawab Malik, who was also called in for the summer, and after 11 hours of questioning, Nawab Malik was arrested, and there was a bail application that has also been filed right after the charge sheet that was filed by Enforcement Directorate in the same money laundering case. But today, where the court has already pronounced the order, which they have looking the matter like very serious and taking the matter into very serious consideration, where the bail application that was filed by Nawab Malik has been rejected by the special PMLA court.
But Alicia, also give us a sense of what happened in the court, because there have been lengthy arguments on both sides, as we understand, and the matter that was reserved on the 14th of November, but now his bail plea has been rejected.
Well, yes, we know that when it comes to the case, and there were several of the evidence and the witness statements that was put forward by the Enforcement Directorate, clearly showing the Nawab Malik, the involvement of Nawab Malik in this entire, the connection with whether it is from the Hasina Parker, and also there is a relation of some of the other relatives as well, which has come forward, and also been in a power whether Nawab Malik has misused his power, been in the ministry, is what has been transpired during the course of investigation. And that is something has been put forward before the court. While the case that was registered against the many of the members of the D gang, there was also the questioning that happened with Nawab Malik, where he was called in for the questioning. It was around 11 to 12 hours of questioning that happened, and right after that the arrest was made. He was placed under arrest because there are several certain evidence that has transpired before the Enforcement Directorate, and they have several evidence that has come forward, after which it was relevant for Nawab Malik to get arrested. And it's been almost a year now where Nawab Malik is under the judicial custody. So they were all actually waiting, where the Nawab Malik legal team was waiting for Enforcement Directorate to file a charge sheet. And we even saw in the charge sheet there are several of the things that has been transpired, the involvement of Nawab Malik with Hasina Parker and other D gang members. So after which, considering each and every point that has been put forward by the Enforcement Directorate, where the special PMLA court, Justice Rokade has pronounced his verdict, where the plea has been rejected.
Right. Alicia, I want to thank you for getting us all these details. And shifting focus now, the latest to react in the Kashmir Files controversy is none other than former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti, who's put out a tweet in support of Lapid. The tweet that reads, and I quote, "Finally, someone called out a movie that was nothing but sheer propaganda promoted by the ruling party to demonize Muslims, especially Kashmiris, and widen the gap between Pandits and Muslims. Sad that diplomatic channels are now being used to silence the truth." This tweet that has just come in after Nadal Lapid has refused to apologize for what he said, and he said that he completely stands by his statement. Remember, he's on his way now back to his country. But this statement that has created such a stir, where we see rapid protests happening in several parts of the country. Arnab Goswami last night was in conversation with filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri of the Kashmir Files, who has thrown an open challenge saying that if any part of the film is not true, he's ready to give up filmmaking. Listen into that sequence.
Vivek, was this part of a toolkit? I was amazed at the way in which the words vulgar and propaganda were picked up within seconds of the statement by Nadav Lapid. I still don't understand it. What do you think?
Oh, 100% it's part of a political agenda, political campaign, and it's a very well coordinated campaign. And this has been going on for quite some time now. They have been trying this, the so-called, whom I call urban Naxal, you call Tukle Tukle Gang, somebody calls them Toolkit Gang. But in the end, they are all the same, known by various names. So all these people have been conspiring with international media, international filmmakers, and they want to create a narrative. They want to, slowly they are building momentum against